What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking an Elrond here, and as we can see, it's had a really nice little move over the past few days, hasn't it? Coming up perfectly off of this 20 moving average on our daily time frame here. You can see it's actually scooped it up and it's absolutely, well, it's basically started to break out really nicely, hasn't it? So overall the situation, as you can see here, obviously got a big, we've actually got a resistance line looking something like this. We've also got a resistance looking something like this. Where is it? You could say there's one like this in reality. This is kind of straight down. That kind of descending wedge that we've been looking at a lot of cryptocurrencies, something like this, as you can see. So in reality, we've got, let me just remove this, all of this stuff. So you can see, obviously, we've got a high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Big rollover all the way down to this level here, all the way down at like $55. That's absolutely insane, isn't it? That's from $250 to $50. What is that? Let me just measure this out. So like an 80% down in like a month is absolutely crazy, isn't it? So we're down 80%, obviously. We come all the way down, we break out this resistance, we break out the 20, but we get stuck under the 55, so we roll over again, but we make a higher low. We basically make that inverse head and shoulders, don't we? Something like this. With that breakout target, and just for argument's sake, if we just measure from the shoulder to the head there, you can see pretty much target met, isn't it, in reality? If that's your shoulder and then you're going up to about here, we've actually pretty much come up a metal inverse head and shoulders target if that was the case, haven't we? So that's looking pretty promising. Obviously, we come back up, come down, make a higher low, which is bullish. You can see we're reversing the trend here, aren't we? We've got high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. We've got higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. You can see how we've reversed the trend, which is obviously amazing. Once we flip bullish on our EMAs, that's a good indication on the daily time frame that things are flipping nicely bullish. And you can see this one last level of resistance here we did get rejected off of before we broke through it. So now that we've established that, you can obviously see that we formed that range. If you looking for something like this, on the 19th of May, we come down. We come down, we come all the way back up. Basically looking something like this, weren't we? For Egld specifically, we come down, we find our bottom, we come up, we find the top, we form our range, we roll over, roll over, roll over. We have the fake out to the downside, which was just crazy oversold, by the way. This was just ridiculous price action. You can see there's loads of bullish divergences on the histogram, etc., etc. Price action coming up, price action going down, sorry. RSI coming up, histogram coming up, lots of bullish divergences. We obviously come back up, we break our resistance back inside our range. We come down again, we retest the bottom of the range as support. Really bullish, because obviously we're making that higher low and staying within the range. And then since then, we've basically picked up, broke through that resistance. We come up, we broke through the range high resistance here that we did form. We come back down, we retest it as support. We consolidate and go sideways for a fair while here, don't we, in reality? Look at something like this, where we have the previous resistance flipped into support down here. Looking something like this, looking really bullish. We come all the way up to the top of this little range that we formed here, a few times touching the top at around, what is this, $160? $160 here. There's a decent amount of, structure previously to suggest this is a resistance as well. We come back down and we hold for like 4 or 5 days here, the 20 at like an absolute boss, don't we? Because the 20, we're in a strong uptrend, aren't we? So the 20 moving average on the daily time frame is a really good level of support. And you can see over the past few days, we've just started to run away with it, haven't we? We've come up all the way from $140 all the way up to around $185, currently trading at around $178, $180. You can see we've come all the way up to around this level of previous resistance here as well. Just get hit in our heads, really, aren't we? Because this was actually one of our price targets for Elrond if it did start to break out. And you can see that we're pretty much meeting that perfectly. So now that we've established what's going on, we can look at the short-term price predictions. And as we always say, we're in a strong uptrend here, so we'd expect the 20 moving average here to act as support. So if we do roll over here and come back down, we would expect the 20 moving average to be up somewhere here. in combination with us, you know, the previous range high resistance flipped into support. If that was the case and we come back down, we touch both of these levels and then we get that bounce, that would be really, really bullish, wouldn't it? And then obviously, if we've got if we roll over more than that and come back inside the range, we've obviously got the 55 coming up really nicely like this as well. Very strong support in an uptrend in our opinion. We could come back down and test this and get a really crazy bounce off of it. So those would be our short-term price predictions to the downside. And as we said, we're looking really for some key levels here. There's one at around 195, which we could reach potentially if we do start to pick up again. And coming up at around that $200, $205 area, there's a very strong level of resistance there, psychological number as well. We would expect those as our short-term price predictions to the upside if we do continue to pump. So those would be our short-term price predictions. And as we always say with Elrond, we really do think this project has a crazy amount of potential going forward. And if we look at the fib retracements for it, realistically, we're probably looking at easily $1,000 by the end of the bull run. We do think a 4x from the all-time high is very achievable considering the market cap is so low. If we do start to see things running up massively at the end of the bull run, as things reach a crazy parabolic climax, we could be looking at $1,500, $2,000 for Elrond, in our opinion, in reality, heading up towards this 227 extension. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.